Good evening, everybody. How is all you wonderful people today? Um, I'm doing good myself. Had a very, uh, honestly, I can't tell if it was a chill day or more of a head empty day. Likely a bit of both, knowing me. But, yeah, it's just been your average day, really. Which, yeah, which ain't a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to have a chill day, or a more uneventful day, I think is what I'm trying to think of here. But sometimes that ain't a bad thing to have. Day where not much really happened, especially on a Friday, because your brain's winding down on that, so... Hey... Oh, perfect way to finish off a week I've had. A uneventful day to finish off a rather quite eventful week. Because if you think about it, I had a bunch of stuff happen Monday. Can't remember about Tuesday. Wednesday was one of those days where everything decided to update at once, game-wise. And yesterday you had that Kirby Air Riders Direct. Yeah, they did another one for it. It was kinda goated. See, that's the sort of production value from a game, but like, well, it just seems like it's gonna be one of those games that sort of the pricing makes a bit more sense because it's actually got the production value for it. Hey, if you're gonna charge, put it this way, if you're gonna charge that kind of price for a game, you have to pull out all the stops bare minimum. My opinion. But yeah, don't particularly want to get into that whole topic because that's a whole bloody kettle of fish right there. And that ain't the sort of vibe we like to have. Yeah, we like to talk about stuff here and there, but not on a Friday. There's a time and place to talk about that sort of thing, but Fridays ain't it. Friday evenings really ain't that, because our brains are either frazzled or just really looking forward to the weekend. Trying to think of what gaming sort of using shit is happening this weekend. I can think of two things. Sonic Racing Crossroads is having a festival. Seems like that's still gonna be a thing every other week. Which, I mean, one every 2 weeks don't seem that bad. Well, I get the feeling when the SpongeBob after they do the Ichiban one, the Like a Dragon one, it'll probably calm down, because the paid DLC would calm down a little bit. And Burrow's back in Warframe. Yeah, it's only been a week. So, is that just kind of a thing with Spooky Burrow? The spooky part of it is the fact that he comes along 2 weeks in a row rather than once a fortnight? I don't know. That's I still do not have a duckers for, because Bastard brought along 2 Prime mods that are decent ones to get, because I think he bought the Prime Melee Damage mod, Prime whatever it's called, and the Primed Crit Rate mod for secondaries. I didn't even know there was a Prime Crit Rate mod for secondaries. I mean, I know there was a Prime Crit Damage one. I had that one. And I kind of forgot there was a Prime Melee Damage one. But then again, I have a Prime Damage mod for shotguns. The Prime Flat Damage mod for that one. But anywho, that is not the game we are playing today. Yeah, let's put the Warframe talk aside for tomorrow, because that's actually what we're that's, if I remember, that's what's on the schedule. But for now, we is starting up our newest, well, taking, sort of, it's kind of a new playthrough-ish, like, and it's Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I did try to do a stream playthrough of it many moons ago, but it just didn't get past the first stream. So I figured, why not plot that on the poll for what playthrough we should do next, and Age of Calamity got the vote, so we're giving it another shot. I think I have beaten it once, but not much beyond that, and I don't think I really jumped too much into the DLC, despite owning both bits of DLC. Oh yeah, Age of Calamity actually had 2 bits of DLC. But, yeah. So yeah, the timing of me starting this playthrough was kind of weird, because earlier today, Nintendo did the release date trailer for the next Hyrule Warrior game, Age of Imprisonment. Whereas Age of Calamity has to do with Breath of the Wild, Age of Imprisonment has to do with Tears of the Kingdom. Anywho, yeah, let's start with normal and see how we go. But yeah. Believe it or not, this isn't actually the first Hyrule Warriors game I actually played. I did play the 3DS port of the first game. I think the port was called Hyrule Warriors Legends. But unlike that game, which, yeah, was all the timeline at once, well, all the different timelines at once, this just is only to do with the Breath of the Wild side of it. And the calamities that befell it. This is all very cinematic, isn't it? Egg is born.
I must protect everyone.
I can just casually make pulls through time. And one little travel back. 100 years have passed. Well, little changes can cause big knock-on effects when time travel is involved. Yeah, time travel's fucking confusing. God, this is making me want to go back and play Tears of Kingdom. But, like, not try another stream playthrough of that, but, well, attempt another stream playthrough of that, more just in my own time, man.
In our long history, we have scarcely faced a threat of this magnitude.
I always liked the art style for these particular Zelda games. I don't know why. It just kind of works.
But a barricade of books will not protect us. Because this way surges a horde like we have never faced before. Even now, the enemy is clawing for our throat, for Hyrule Castle itself. We must exterminate the monsters roaming Hyrule Field. Thus will begin our renewed effort to stop the Calamity. Here, now, go forth, and be brave for your kingdom!
And much like the first Hyrule Warriors game, Link is naught but a simple knight. God, I have not played this game in ages. Hell yeah. Uh, Basic controls. Y is your normal attack. X is your strong attack. And by inserting a X attack at any point in your well, at some point in your string, you do a special combo. Ah, yeah, you have to dash and then you'll go into your sprint. A is your special attack. Doing a strong attack, hold and release. Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't know Link could do that. But yeah. You have objectives you need to complete and stuff like that. Yep. Oh yeah, that gauge. Weak point gauge. You deplete it, you can do a weak special weak point attack. Called a weak point smash. And it does a crap ton of damage. You also have leveling characters have levels in this game. Get levels by EXP by defeating enemies, etc, etc. Fun fact, this is technically the third Warriors game based on a Nintendo property. The first one was the OG Hyrule Warriors. The second one was actually Fire Emblem Warriors. And that one covered more or less the entirety of Hyrule Warriors Fire Emblem's history up to that point. Then there was a Fire Emblem Warriors that came out sometime after this, based off of Fire Emblem Three Houses, called Fire Emblem Three Hopes. Or was it called Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes? That would have made more sense. That makes more sense. So, a thing to know of this game, compared to the first one, it doesn't rely as much on taking outposts. Granted, it's still a thing, but the objectives are sort of slightly different. Oh look, butterflies. That's not subtle foreshadowing or anything of that nature.
You help!
Only they had iPhones in 100 years ago.
Huh? Why is this happening?
And yeah, that's kinda not supposed to happen. Or is it? I don't know. Yeah, you can never tell if this is supposed to happen or not, because, you know, timeline bullshittery. Can't keep this straight in your head. But at least it allows players to have a idea what Hyrule was like before it all went to shit. So, here's a mechanic. The Sheikah Slate. Yeah. It's got all the Sheikah Slate stuff you expect. Bombs. Telekinesis. Stasis, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's almost like they want you to blow that up or something. And this is also your way of opening up weak points on enemies when they use certain attacks. You also did this in the first game, but it was way more cumbersome. You had to like manually switch what item you had out. So being able to do it via hotbar is a bit more easier. You also got another one that your healing's on, and some other stuff out that'll come in handy later. Damn, first level already throwing blues at us. Yeah, when you use a Sheikah Slate ability, it goes on cooldown. Out. And super attack. Whee! If an enemy's charging, they probably want you to do cryokinesis. Ah. Okay, so, order system. This actually does originate from the 3DS port of the original Hyrule Warriors. Basically, you can order characters to go to specific spots. Like, for instance, well, that and weapon and character switching. Impulse gimmick is the what's it now, Jitsu thing? Ironically, in the first Hyrule Warriors, I did actually like using Impa quite a bit. But she had a whopping great... Oh, she had a fucking great sword rather than... ninja tricks and that. Oh yeah, water's important as... You can affect enemies on water with ice or electric based abilities.
Finally ready. Steel yourself. I am ready.
And boom. Okay, I'll now have Impa move over to there. Whilst I finish this off with Link. Yeah, the order system is very useful. Cause what you can do is when you have, well, when you're using one character, you could literally order another character to start heading towards their next destination. Also, Sheikah Slate abilities will be different for each character. Some of them will use cryokinesis the box standard way. Some will... Actually, what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna have Link start making his way over to that, whilst I'm gonna have Impa take care of that Wizrobe. Because, well, Wizrobes are actually very useful in this game. And now, Fire Rod. This is what the old thing is for. And yeah, you can set fire to shit. Oh yeah, when moving you do have dash attacks. Why makes it so you stop? And X is so you keep moving. Also, if there's like boxes and shit, it's not a bad idea to break them because you can get stuff out of it. You essentially need to get a outpost down to a certain amount of health, if you will, for the big guy to show up.
I see.
Alrighty. Hiya, Novum. How is you? Okay, right. The moblins are that we need to take out are very much at the bottom of the map. You can't see the map because me noggin's in the way, but oh right, yeah, there are Koroks. These essentially just kind of work like the Skulltulas from the first game. Well, in a similar vein. Bombs. Huh. Oh, I got an idea. Right. So, will they all follow me if I... Okay, yeah, no, that group was just... Oh, I didn't... Group them together, and... Okay, yeah, trying to fight all three at once was probably not my smartest play. Oh yeah, forget flow rushes exist. Yeah, by... just barely dodging an attack. You can initiate a flurry rush. This is a mechanic, well, brought over directly from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Good.
And that is the first proper level complete. Yeah, that's the thing to know about these. The main levels actually take a while to actually beat. And you get weapons and stuff from it. Which you can level up and all sorts of stuff. You also, in this game, you also get materials. And much like the first one, you can use them for specific things to upgrade your characters.
An inexplicable guardian. And a mysterious tower. I hate to say it, but we have little hope of figuring this out on our own. Hey, what are you? No, stop right there!
And the little eggs wandered off.
Each of you has served your kingdom admirably. Huh.
You made it! I'm glad you're safe, Impa.
Yes, Your Highness. And I've received the Sheikah slate from Pora. Oh!
Oh, what is that?
Your Highness.
Oh.
The Sheikah slate conveyed the little guardian's purpose.
Yeah, I don't really need to explain half the stuff that
Traveled from a future,
goes on in this game, because
a time
it literally provides a flip notes version of it for you,
to save Princess Zelda.
which yeah, makes my life easier.
Recruiting Pura and Robbie, renowned researchers of ancient technology, to study the Guardian and investigate the mysterious tower that had appeared on Hyrule Field. King Rome of
Again,
Hyrule
stuff like
gave
this
his
is what I meant earlier by the fact that I love the art style of this particular branch side bit of the Zelda timeline. Like, these games just have a great art style that I think just works. In order for Link, the Hylian Knight, he must guard the mysterious tale that has appeared. I'm told it may be important. As the time-hopping guardian, as a true servant of our trust, you must discern this beyond any doubt with the aid of the researchers. May the goddess Hylia watch over you always. Rome plus Foramus Hyrule. That was a bloody mouthful. And yeah, that's what our main map looks like. Use the Sheikah slate to choose a destination, tackle problems across Hyrule, and level up your characters. Expansion pass data found, purchase bonus obtained. Yeah, there was some DLC for this game. Including an overpowered weapon for this stage of the game. Ah yeah, essentially you'll also have these little things pop up. Basically, this is how you get certain upgrades in that. Like, for instance, if we supply the materials for this one, it gives Link's one-handed weapons an extra regular attack. Basically, stuff like these is the upgrade tree and such from the first game. Though, if I remember with the first Hyrule Warriors game, you actually got your combos from simply leveling up your characters. Whereas here, that isn't the case. You find the materials in stages themselves, and that sort of thing. There is also side missions, but you probably don't get access to those till a little later on. Like, side scenarios, if you will. And yeah, you can find the items and that from levels, but also shops and such. Equipping weapons. You can change equipment your characters are using from the party menu. You can also edit your party by pressing plus on the map of Hyrule. Yeah, like here, I can switch to that prototype ancient short sword. And that sort of thing. You also have mirror effects,
This looks quite satisfying. What a treat.
which increase particular stats. Give you a stat buff for a particular mission.
Zelda, curious about the diminutive guardian, decided to accompany Impa on her journey to Pura's research facility. With Link acting as bodyguard,
And yeah,
they made their way to the ancient tech lab.
Yeah, I do feel like the game does actually explain a lot of this stuff pretty well. Which is very nice. Also, I believe... Oh, I thought you could control the little guardian on the loading screen. But I suppose that's when it's actually loading. Anywho. On to the next one. I will say for like grinding and side missions and that, there might be a high chance I mainly do those off stream, because
Why is it so
if I remember,
attached to me?
this game has a lot of them,
Whatever could you be, little one?
and it is worth detouring to go and do some of them. It ain't like the first one where you could literally just go from end to end on the main
Agreed, Your Highness.
story bit. That's one thing I will say about this game. The way they've done the map, well, the menu kind of makes it so it's all kind of jumbled up a mat, so it's a bit hard to tell. Also, that guardian shouldn't have activated.
Now, of all times.
Ooh, mysterious butterfly effect joke. Anywho, level 2. Huh. Yep. Oh. Ironically... Yeah, ironically, this is kind of making me want to revisit the first Hyrule Warriors game. Just to see how badly it's, the 3DS port has aged. Ah, magnesis. Magnetic objects are magnetized. Yeah. Each character will use that differently. Ah, stasis. Now this is the truly broken one. because you can actually use it to just extend how long a weak point gauge is out for. That and freezing enemies does it too. Nice segue onto the ice rod. It does exactly that. Which, when near a body of water, great area of effect. Yeah, now this fucker's gonna be chasing you. I'm gonna say, yeah, you kinda wanna avoid fighting this thing. Luckily, this is where the dash attacks that don't stop you in your tracks are very useful. Especially Link's. I didn't realize his one was just his the shield surf bit. Which is actually kinda nice.
It will be done.
And yeah. What you want to do is now go activate these other guardians to shoot the haywire one, and I think that actually ends the level, if I recall. Enemies with range attacks are annoying as fuck. And then you have these little shits that'll just throw your weapon at you. Also, and thoughts on that won't always be square like they were in the first game. This one's actually a very big area. Well, this is a bit of a well, not something that's massively common though. Where was it? There we go. There is one thing I will say about this game that I remember, and that is the fact that I think in the first game, when you did capture an outpost, it would just generate troops and that will just go towards the nearest enemy controlled fort or small outposts or something like that. But it doesn't seem like that's a thing in this... Well, that's not as much of a thing in this game, to my knowledge. Again, I can't remember exactly. It's been ages since I played it. Now we have lightning rods. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. I remember getting actually fairly good at hitting the flurry rushes off of that attack specifically. Because I am actually just shit at them. Right, we activate. Activate buttons. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a point where you actually get access to Planet Zelda. And what do I want her to do? Actually, yeah, no, I do want her to deal with that particular outpost. And I think I want Link to maybe start making his way over to that outpost. Yeah, so some particular stasis rune attacks will sort of lock you into something like that, where you have to do a particular thing like that. But you can actually exit out of it if you time your dodge. If you time a dodge before they go into that special state, you can actually, well, cancel the special state and just have normal movement during the stasis rune bit.
Princess, I'm on my way. Now this.
Right. So yeah, Cell's whole gimmick. She uses the stasis rune to attack.
If I must. Get back.
I cannot play Zelda for shit. Like, at all.
I can help. I succeeded. Like this. If I must.
And yes, her attacks do actually count, for opening up weak point gauges. Yeah, I'm really sucking at explaining a lot of this stuff today, aren't I? Ah. Well, I've always been better at explaining gaming history than I ever have been gaming mechanics. You doing good? Thank you. Go. What was I supposed to be doing? Oh yeah. You need to lure the. Guardian over to the required spot. Right. We now actually have to defeat it. Oh boy. I hope you like Guardians. Cause, well, if you know, if you know, you know. Also, to dodge their beams, just spam your, dodge button. It usually works. Though luckily, and I don't know. The latter half of this game, well, the latter half of the story in this game is just full of the fuckers. That's the best way I can explain it. But that's till, well, that's not until quite a ways, so yeah.
Technology, the likes of which I've never laid eyes on. Which means we've got ourselves a brand new, never before witnessed Guardian model!
God, I love this guy. Like,
devices like the Sheikah Slate, which are amplified by the power of such ancient.
I always like a kooky genius. Especially when it's one of the good guys.
Explains why all of us were able to use the Sheikah Slate.
In addition, this here doohickey is loaded with data.
Information we can't even fathom.
Oh yeah! Check it!
Oh yeah, if you're wondering why Pura has the design she does in Tears of the Kingdom, this is why. People really like to design in this game, so I just went, fuck it, she managed to age herself back up in Tears of Kingdom.
Is that?
Yep, no doubt about it. Hyrule Castle after Calamity Ganon.
As you can see, we managed to extract some of the data, but much of it was fragmented. Even so, if I analyze what we received, I may be able to make sense of more of it.
This is the ruin the Calamity will bring upon all of Hyrule.
Yeah, so in this time,
If we
in
allow
this
this to pass, I feel our
timeline,
hope
they have a
will be
fucking
lost.
heads up.
Even everything we've done up until now likely won't be enough.
If I don't succeed at sealing the Calamity, never. This will not come to pass.
To stop Calamity Ganon, it was crucial that they possess the sword that seals the darkness, the latent power dwelling within the Princess of Hyrule, and the might of the
Yeah,
Four
because this
Divine
is a
Beasts
Zelda
that
who
burn
hasn't
across the
actually
land.
awakened to her powers yet.
However, the path to victory was strewn with obstacles. Korok Forest, where the
Which
legendary sword
I find to actually be
had been overrun
interesting,
by
'cause,
monsters.
well,
The Princess of
considering
Hyrule's power
just
shook
about
the
every other
seas.
incarnation of Zelda you see in these games,
Lamenting the kingdom's plight, King Rome sent his daughter to gather pilots for the divine beasts.
you would think that
Alongside Link, whose brave
yeah, it's just
conduct earned him a role
they
as
have
her
these
knight.
abilities from
Zelda
birth or
would
something,
meet
but
with each
no, I'm
and form.
guessing they just awaken when they get to a certain age. And that age probably varies depending on the version of Zelda it is.
You intend to let this relic follow you around, hmm?
Yes. After talking to Pura and Robbie, we thought it would be best.
I will remind you once again. Above all else, your duty is of the utmost importance. Are we clear?
Yes, we are clear. I understand. And I will honor my duty.
Well, one thing I'm kind of curious on. Why did they decide to settle on, like, giving Zelda a slight British accent? And why does it work? I don't know, it just kind of fits. Maybe it's just the European high fantasy aesthetic Zelda games have. Actually, I just thought of something. What if they actually have Zelda games that their versions of Hyrule's based off of different fantasy settings? Like, you have one that's based off of Japanese fantasy, and rather than the usual creatures you see, you have more yokai-inspired designs. Anywho, this is where the game sort of expands a little bit. Challenges. The power of the Guardian from the future has opened the path to a battlefield from another world. Travel there to tackle new challenges. Royal Agent Lab. That's to do with the DLC and such. Seems a request from Pura will be at the Royal
The data
Agent
we
Lab.
obtained from the time-traveling Guardian was most auspicious. Yes. Though it's bittersweet seeing years of research become outdated in a matter of days.
Please! I think it's great. If all goes to plan, our research will be unstoppable.
But we don't have the manpower to progress our research. Defeating the Calamity comes first.
So, Linky will help us. You do want to see our amazing
So yeah, they
invention,
did
right?
actually add a couple of DLC weapons and
Yes,
characters.
it could produce some
More
useful
so
items for
weapons.
battle. It will be mutually beneficial, I dare say.
Anyway, you can work out the details as you go. It'll be worth it. Promise. Now make it snappy.
And you do it through this research paper
Without
system.
ya.
And yeah, the whole idea is that you go along these little nodes and you can unlock stuff and stuff from it. Well, you get roadblocked almost immediately because you need parts from Guardians for this particular node.
Thanks. Yes, quite.
Ah, blacksmith. This is where you can upgrade. By fusing weapons in your base weapon, you can forge it into something even stronger. You can sell any unneeded weapons too. Basically, this is a good way to manage your inventory. Essentially, because you only have a certain amount of slots. Well, it's based off of Breath of the Wild. Of course, you would have to be working with limited inventory. And if you fuse a weapon into another one, you can make the base one stronger. And that sort of thing. Oh. Oh yeah, some of them has first clear rewards.
I've done it.
Yeah, you want to try and unlock any character-specific nodes. If you can, cause they are incredibly useful, cause, well, they give you bonus combo potential for your weapons. But I think you can also get heart pieces and such from there as well. If I recall, it's not like the first Hyrule Warriors where you found the what's-its from the heart containers and pieces from the levels themselves. You also have shops. Nah. But yeah, there's quite a bit to do. But then again, that seems to be a thing with the Nintendo Warriors games. They just give you a lot to go through. And again, this kind of makes me want to dust off me 3DS and boot up the 3DS version of the first one. Well, granted, I remember that one doesn't run massively well, because yeah, it's on the 3DS. What the hell did you expect on that one? Yeah, some of these are just simple tutorial ones. teaching you how to use a particular mechanic. Yeah, this one's just basically learning to solve most of your problems with high explosives. I think they're just... like, if I remember the rule of thumb they were trying to teach me, it was... Bombs when it comes to shields, use cryokinesis for ones that charge at you. Well, to be fair, I say that, they kind of just show what symbol you... well, the symbol what one you need to use anyway. Well, honestly, I kind of prefer how it worked with the first Hyrule Warriors game, which that was only really, you only really had to do that with the bigger bosses, like the Gomo or King Dodongo. But I don't think this game really has bosses that occur regularly, like... well, like that would occur regularly? I know. I suppose we'll find out as we go along. Yeah, it just gives you X. The more you do, the more you unlock.
I am stronger than before.
Impa's symbol looks like a goat. And that gives you an extra little hearts.
You did well.
But yeah. Anywho, in terms of main missions, we actually have a choice of 4. One in Rito Village, one in Gerudo Town, one in Zora's Domain, and one in Death Mountain. This is basically... in what order do you want to unlock the 4 champions in? And I'm actually going to go to Gerudo Town first. Because believe it or not, Boso is actually my personal favourite out of the 4 champions to play as in this game.
The Gerudo lived in a settlement in the Gerudo Desert.
I don't think it speaks to the type of women I like. I think I just like playing as a Bosa. She generally has one of my preferred playstyles in the game.
Strength and her ability to harness lightning, Urbosa, chief of the Gerudo, was the clear choice to pilot Divine Beast corporis. Zelda knew Urbosa thanks to her close relationship with the late Queen of Hyrule. With her party in tow, Zelda traveled to Gerudo Town to speak with her old friend. However, their journey took an unexpected turn.
Yeah, so fun fact, in most, most timelines, yeah, the Gerudo don't like you. They don't seem to like us in this one either at the moment.
But why? Why are the Gerudo attacking us?
Urbosa will surely be able to explain everything if we can reach her.
So yeah, Gerudo. I can't remember exactly when they were first introduced. I think it was Ocarina of Time. But yeah. They are essentially... Well, they're basically the Zelda version of the whole warrior women tribe thing. Like, that kind of archetype. .9% of them are born as women, but every 100 years there is a male Gerudo born, who is destined to become their king. Unfortunately, the only Gerudo king we've ever met was Ganondorf, who turned out to be evil and such. So, yep. Oh, I could probably do some mean damage to both of them if I just super him. Huh, that was easy. Yeah. Our new objective is to find Urbosa and find out what the fuck is going on. Okay. One, three. Okay, that's the laser. I know there's one where Impa just carpet bombs with her clones and that. I can't remember what one that is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's time.
1, 2. No, it's okay. It's 1Y then the X. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah, that one's very useful for clearing out groups of cannon fodder. Which, considering this is a Warriors game, you're going to be doing a lot of that. Yeah, I'll have to actually remember the damn combos.
Abasa! Why? What are you doing?
Thwarting your destiny, of course. Princess Zelda. I came back as quickly as I could.
Just to confuse the fuck out of
Exactly what I
everyone, there's now 2 of them.
Abasa?
I hope you're not hurt, little bird.
I'm not.
The actual one.
You've got some nerve thinking you can go toe-to-toe with Master Koga!
I love this guy. Like, such a goofball. So yeah, Master Koga, leader of the Yiga clan.
Yiga, assemble! Me excluded, of course.
What?
Yeah, so the Yiga clan. They are basically the anti-Sheikah. Ow. So yeah, the Yiga are basically the anti-Sheikah. Whereas the Sheikah serve the Hyrule royal family, the Yiga seek to destroy it. Anywho, Urbosa. Yeah, her whole gimmick is that she uses lightning. She charges up her lightning gauge and then she can use that to improve her combo attacks. And yeah, that's about the long and short of it when it comes to Urbosa. I would definitely say that the first half of the game, you're gonna be fighting a lot of the eager. Anywho, we now need to head to the targeted position. On the very top left of the map. Yeah, Belsa can just chunk of massive amounts of the weak point gauge. Oh, you press her unique button action, she'll actually charge up. Yeah, expect me to... Oh. Expect to see me play quite a bit of Urbosa during this playthrough. Because really, you're gonna have the... well, a handful of characters. Yeah, you're gonna have a handful of characters you... stick with and level up. And for me, Belsa is one of them. She's just fun to play as. Link's also another good choice, cause of the various... well, cause much like in Breath of the Wild, Link can actually use multiple different weapon types. Okay, this is a capture outpost thing. So, I think you, if you really wanted to, you could actually take out the mold, what's it, the giant sandworm thing. Okay. Impa is making her way over there, just very bloody slowly. Oh yeah, thing to know, when you aren't currently issuing a command, they'll The other characters will just kind of do their own thing. Oh, you can't fire the cannon. Oof. Up to rocks. Nine little shits. Yeah. Enemies from different factions will fight each other. Like there, you saw them engage with some moblins and shit. I will do that if they're sort of, well, on opposite sides of that particular mission. Okay, Impa's finally gotten her ass over there. For a ninja, she took her time. Well, to be fair, ninjas were more supposed to be scouts than anything else anyway. Oh, I should probably... Oh yeah, one thing to note about Impa, if you do use her special, it does actually use up all her marks. But I think it does give her one in return. The only bit... Whoa. The only thing about Abelsa... I don't like this particular move. Dashing one, but doesn't stop her moving. Why? It's just kind of slow. For something that's meant to keep you moving, it ironically is. Yeah. If you want an app description of Koga, he's basically that a Saturday morning cartoon villain. Like, he's a comedic villain, if you will. And, well, the Yigas are technically ninjas, so... yeah. Oh, I got stunned there. That was weird. Yeah, I feel like they put Koga here as a sort of, okay, are you sure you know how to do the whole rune system by now? Right, does kind of give me that vibe a little bit. Because sometimes games like to throw what I'm gonna dub the are you sure you know how to are you definitely sure you know how to engage with this mechanic boss? Which, yeah, fair enough. They tend to have these kind of bosses either early on or later on. But considering that
How could these losers defeat me?
this is a one of 4 possible routes you could go. Oh yeah, any Saturday morning cartoon-esque villain, of course he's gonna have a +1.
Master Koga. Suga, you're late! I nearly got peeled like a banana! Oh! Forget these cowards. It's time to retreat.
I think not.
And just like that, they're gone. Ah, two-handed weapons. This is where Link starts getting hold of these. I do kind of like... Well, to be fair, I think Link in both Hyrule Warriors games has good weapons. I'm trying to think what was my favourite weapon types from Link had in the first one, cause Link had like about 7 in the first game. Well, technically the Master Sword was its own weapon category, but it just played like a sword and shield, so... Because that's what it was. I think my favourites were like, Fire Rod and Spinner. I loved the Spinner in the first game. Seriously, that shit could mow down anything. Melon.
Thank you for meeting me here. The town is a bit, chaotic, shall we say.
Of course, Abosa. We'd meet you anywhere.
You know about the Yiga clan, I trust. Sheikah traitors working in the shadows to revive Calamity Ganon. Those lowlifes have been wreaking havoc here in Gerudo Canyon. How long can we stand by and watch them get away with it? No longer, I say. I will pilot this divine beast. You are precious to me, and you need my help. I cannot refuse.
Thank you, Urbosa.
I should be able to do one more level.
Princess of Hyrule, I too
They are pretty
carry out
lengthy
my
though.
sworn duty.
Little bird.
Like,
However I am able to support you, I will. Just say the word.
hell, any replay of a Warriors game is probably going to be lengthy in nature. Not just the Nintendo ones. But yeah, we now have Urbosa
So, you turned and fled.
in our corner.
Is that it?
Well, if they hadn't interrupted me.
It seems that, as low as my expectations of you were, I was overly optimistic.
What?
Well, no matter. My harbinger, show me the future.
Good you fucker.
Oh. The future, as it will and must be. I will not allow anyone to alter its course.
You know, I never got Doomsday Cult's infection. Like, cause when they achieve it and they bring upon the apocalypse, then what? Like, they're just gonna die alongside everything else. It's different from, like, an organization that wants to bring about a new world. Because they usually end up with some sort of plan to survive the apocalypse. Ah, big sensor. That's actually a very useful thing. If while material objectives are displayed, like with quests of cooking recipes, you're able to track required materials. You can also search for specific materials. Essentially, it's a wish list. Like, for instance, here. When I do it, see how a bunch of other ones now lit up? That's how you know.
You did well.
Visit the temple and meditate in peace. Quiet meditation will allow you to practice your skills in an imaginary world. So basically, it's your training area. Now, what one should we do next? This one I personally like as a character, but to play as... I think we're going up here next. Oh yeah, this is where you can change Link's outfit and that, and...
Alright, why not?
And yeah. So you'll always have like one, maybe two characters that you have to have in a party with some of these scenarios, and then they allow you to choose the others. some missions aren't like that, as you'll be forced to have a particular lineup.
Can we start? Not half bad.
Anywho.
The Rito resided in a settlement on the Tabantha frontier. These feathery folk were blessed with the ability to glide along the wind, and they were adept with bow and arrow. Counted among them was Rivale, the most capable warrior of all the Rito, the natural choice to pilot divine beast Va Meadow. Zelda and her companions set out for Rito Village in hopes of securing his help. To evade foes, the party tried crossing through the snowfield, but a fierce blizzard befell them, halting their progress. Link asked Zelda to wait in safety while he and the little guardian scouted the area.
And now we go into the next one. Oh, Rito! There's not actually that much to say when it comes to Rito.
This nonsense again.
Despite how big of a part they play in the Breath of the Wild, Age of Calamity timelines.
Rito Village is my home. While
To my knowledge, they've only been in one other game, that being Wind Waker. And in that game, they were more humanoid, well, humans with bird-like features. Here, they're just humanoid birds. I would say Burrito were just as interesting as the Gerudo in this timeline for me, because, well, in most timelines, the Gerudo just don't like you. Yeah, they think we're bad guys or something. Ah, that's a launcher. Basically, it just simply launches enemies up in the air. One, two. Okay, that's shield. Got it, got it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Ah. Yeah, so I like Rivale's playstyle in this game. It's still not my favorite, but I do like it. So, and Rivali, character-wise, is cocky Birdman. It's weird how two of franchises. Whoa. This is actually the second cocky Birdman I've ever come across in video games. The other one was Jet from the Sonic games. But much like Jet, Rivali has a reason to be as cocky as he is. Like, he is nigh unbeatable in the air. That actually reminds me of a particular video I remember watching years ago. About which champions could actually beat each other in a fight. If they were to ever come to blows. I think rankings were Mifa at the bottom, because she, bless her, really isn't a fighter. Then Daruk. Then it's actually Rivali. Because the only person, well, the only other champion that would actually be able to beat him is Urbosa. Because she would be the only one to have the means to actually ground him. That just kind of shows how much air superiority the guy has. But in a video like that, the only one who would be able to beat him would be the only one who'd be able to knock him out the air. I have to actually find that video for you guys. At some point. Because it is an interesting one. And random bunch of enemies. Just cause. Oh yeah, different kind of choo-choos will do different things. The ice ones will, well, freeze anything in its blast radius. Take full advantage of that. If you can. Wizzrobes will also freeze. Ice Wizzrobes will also freeze you on the spot. Be a bit careful of that. But you can do that if you use a rod of an element they're weak to. You can force their weak point gauge up. Like, for instance, like that. Oh, I'm guessing this is where they were meant to teach us that. Oh, Link's right behind me. One, two. That's that one. One, two, three. Dang it, I'm trying to figure out my moves. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Screw it. Fly him a bird. New objective. Defeat the archers. In that case... I'll have Link go that way. Also, I go this way. Oh, wait, you're supposed to use bombs. Kaboom! Bitch. Oh yeah, one thing to know. If any of your characters goes down, that's a instant fail. Like, you instantly lose the fight. Nope, it's only explosions that will force open a weak point from these guys. Now then again, explosives will force weak points open for a lot of things. Yeah, I'll have Link deal with that. Hey, this is gonna be fun, there's two of them. Looks like one's got a spear, the other's got a... either bow or... no, he's got a sword. Oh yeah, word of advice with weak point attacks. If you can try to get other enemies hit by it, can. Well, do so. Yep. And another one. Aha! I had a it felt like there was going to be one of these little shits up here. No, we ain't dealing with that. Not taking out the ranged one, because ranged enemies are annoying when you only have a melee weapon. I'm not gonna lie, being able to heal on command like that is super useful. You couldn't do that in the first game. You had to rely on breaking pots and shit for hearts. But in this game, you don't have to worry about that. Because, well, you can't actually get hearts and stuff from pots and that. Oh, that does remind me something about the first Hyrule Warriors game. And that is... you could... collect little power-ups that will power up... one of your items for a short period of time. If you got one that upgraded your bombs from a bunch of little ones to one big one, yeah, you could quite easily just clear out entire keeps if you wanted to with it. Which, yeah, something like that was... Oh, it insta warped linked to me. Oh yeah. Diwali. I've pretty much summarized everything to know about him. The only other thing to know about him is his voice actor. Because he is voiced by Sean Chiplock, if I remember. Which, yeah. Anywho, Diwali has great power of the wind alongside his impressive bowmanship. Ability with wind is Cocky Birdman. We sure he isn't somewhat related to Jet the Hawk? Like, seriously. If I had £2 for every time I met a Cocky Birdman that had wind powers that earned the overconfidence, I'd have £2. It ain't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Ow. This is a showcase of Cyber can't dodge for shit. Anywho. Yeah, Rivali's especially dangerous when you give him some bomb arrows.
But I'm better.
Stop, please!
Yeah, Yeah, Link just parried back point blank with a sword. Oh yeah, boomerangs. I don't think they actually work like boomerangs in this game. Yeah, Link gets a lot of weapons. Spears. This is Link's third weapon type. Yeah, in this game compared to the first Hyrule Warriors, which Link had like 7 weapon types, this one he actually has 4. 3 from the base game and another one from the DLC, which you can actually get fairly early on. Yeah. Link cannot carry any more weapons. Yeah, this is where you start running into overflow issues. Attacked by monsters led by an unusual guardian. That's why those are on edge.
I understand the situation now. I'm thankful no harm befell you.
So that seems to imply there's a second one of the little guys running around.
Pardon me. But we must address the gravity of there being another guardian resembling the little one, Your Highness.
Yes. If it is in some way connected to the Calamity, we must swiftly come up with a strategy.
Out with it.
Huh?
We both know you'll be needing my unique skills to pilot that divine beast. However, about this pathetic knight in your service, are you sure he's got what it takes?
Don't make me kick you. Don't make me kick you in the cloaca of Arlie. I ain't bloody above it.
Well, in service of the princess.
What?
Unfortunately, I cannot. I do not have legs. Yet.
Ridiculous, every last one of you.
And yeah. Remind me after I make an updated version me spirit form to start considering making myself a new form that actually has a pair of legs. But yeah. We've done taught and we have taught to go.
I refuse to be anything less than capable.
When it comes to doing the little upgrades, yeah, prioritize the characters that you actually use, I'd say. Oh yeah, so the unique action. If you use the R button instead of the X button, presumably instead of your strong attacks, it does more. I'm guessing it does more damage, but hurts you a bit. And then you can use the X button on its own, and it'll heal you. Because there's actually one thing to know about this particular version of Link.
For once, you've done well.
And that is, apparently he's a bit of a glutton. Like, he loves his food.
You did well.
Which, yeah, Links don't typically have characteristics.
I will put this strength to good use.
Instead, they tend to just be blank slates, if anything.
I won't stop aiming high.
Link is one of those blank slate protagonists.
This will do.
Bravo! Superb!
Actually, you might not think movement speed would be that useful, but I can definitely see a usefulness for it. Right? Cause in a game where time is of the essence sometimes, being able to get around the map a bit quicker is a godsend. Anyone knows that we can unlock? That one. Ah. Now that's a useful one. Meal effects. XP plus 7%. I forgot about these ones. Yeah, they're ones that boost your XP gain a bit. I can't remember what's actually better to do. Boost your XP gain or boost your rupee gain? Cause you can use the military camp to actually raise up the level of your character. By rupees. But you can only raise your character this way up to the level of your highest level character, which let's take Link, who's level 11 at the moment, and he's the highest level character you have. Oh, I have at the moment. So I can only raise the other characters via the military camp up to level 11 as well. So yeah, I would say it's probably worth maybe finding, going more into the XP side of it to begin with, and Link's a very good character to level up first, because you're going to be using him for 90% of the game, let's be perfectly honest. But once you've done that, it might be an idea to potentially go for the rupee side of it instead, and just level up your characters via the what's-it. Really depends. For one thing, you would need to find a good rupee farm for that. Or something. Anywho, I'm gonna put a pin in the game there for today, because we are at a good point to stop for the day. And we are just gonna come back here to chill for a bit. Yeah. That was fun. I forgot just how much I do enjoy that kind of game. Well, like I said, they do Fire Emblem Warriors as well. And honestly, yeah, this stream has made me half tempted to start up a new playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom in my own time. Or of the first Hyrule Warriors game. Well, the 3DS version of it. Cause there's 3 versions of the original Hyrule Warriors. The original one, which was on Wii U. Right, does this work? Okay, yep, that works. Yo, I accidentally, knocked my mic out. But, yeah. Yeah, my bad. Anyway, as I was saying, oh yeah, yeah, the 3DS port of Hyrule Warriors, I would recommend getting it. Like, just cause of the fact that you have Definitive Edition on Switch, which has all the DLC from both the original and Legends. It runs a hell of a lot better. And it looks a hell of a lot better. So, just kind of makes sense. Yeah, for that, you are going to get a lot for your money, because holy crap, that game has a lot of content. Like, an overwhelming amount of content. And a lot of it is just, most of that DLC is just, extra, what's it, for the challenge mode bit. Yeah. Yeah, my brain's gone blank. Trying to think of what. Well, what else to say for one? You know how my brain is. I just kind of end up. I have a coherent thought or conversation topic in mind, and then all of a sudden, it's gone. Or I'm thinking a bit too hard about, or I think too hard about what thought I'm trying to articulate, and by the time I've articulated it, I've forgotten what the conversation was in the first place. Was. Yeah, my conversation skills have never been that great, but it's gone better. I would say that's one thing streaming has helped with. If I'm completely honest. That and actually speaking up, because I always have trouble with it. I'm either too quiet or too loud. But I do think I am getting a bit better with it. I don't know, I have to ask for parental's opinion on that one if I'm completely honest. But I like to think I'm getting better with it. Actually, that does get me thinking of what has even actually helped. Not entirely sure if it's helped with my social skills particularly much, but maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I really don't know about it. My confidence, yeah, definitely so. I definitely know an improvement in that area. I do feel more. I would definitely say I feel more confident now than I did even a year ago. I suppose you probably do feel a bit more confident once you've taken that step and put yourself out there a bit. I'm still not the most confident person in the world, but what's that gone? Now pixel art is definitely one thing I've gotten a lot better with. Mostly cause I didn't realise my love. Well, I always thought pixel art was cool, but never really engaged with it myself too much. Like, never really done it myself too much. Until I started streaming, where I kinda had to sort of personalise me, own stream overlay and that sort of thing. And then I started watching started watching Miyoshi, which, yeah, that's also something I started doing when I started streaming, cause I felt like I probably should, cause warp streams particularly for a bit more, cause I'd be engaging in it myself, it would just make a bit more sense. And her stream just happened to be on that morning. And it just, well, as I say, the rest is history. But that's also helped because, well, my pixel art, because where I've done fan arts, that's also been really damn good practice. Like, and honestly, yeah, I want to do a bit more fan art, even if it's just like simple stuff, like simple sketches. You know, maybe I'll try the pixel art stream again, because way back when, I did actually occasionally do pixel art stream, but I don't as much nowadays. Mostly because I do quite a bit, well, a fair bit of pixel art over the weekend. In fact, I was actually working on the asset pack, the game dev asset pack I've been working on earlier. I'm making good progress with that, by the way. Yeah. So I'll definitely have to have a bit of a think about potentially doing a once in a blue moon pixel art stream again. But I can't really think of anything to pixel art on stream, if that makes sense. Plus, I kind of like really taking my time with it. I suppose with some things I am very much I like to take my time rather than trying to rush out pixel art in the span of a stream. Though granted, that can have the knock-on effect of me being a bit too slow with what I'm doing, but that's because I tend to get distracted because I have YouTube on, or I'm doing pixel art whilst I'm also playing the games. Because I don't know, I like to multitask with my entertainment, I guess. I nearly said edutainment. That's a weird nickname people call or give educational game. If I remember. Oh yeah, if there are any like little gaming terms and terminology in that you are a bit miffed on, don't be afraid to ask, because there is a high chance I'm going to know it. Because, well, I just know a metric fuck ton about games. Hell, that's kind of the main reason why I started streaming in the first place. To share my love of games and share my knowledge. Of them as well. That reminds me, a lot of the shorts I started doing initially were ones where I was just explaining a particular term or facet of gaming. I sort of do something of that nature now, but with gaming, well, little bits of gaming trivia. But, then again, I'd say that's more me. Just knowing the most random of shit from the most random of games. Right. Well, like how I know that, the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom Link is a glad. Because, oh, that's a beautiful thing about, the internet. Or stuff like YouTube or Twitch. Even if you don't play a particular game, if you end up watching a video or something on it, you might end up picking up a random bit of gaming trivia here and there you didn't know about before. And for those that are subbed or followed to me, I have now infected your brain with a metric shit ton of gaming trivia at this point. And no, I am not apologizing for it. I will make video game nerds out of a lot of you yet. And then we shall take over the world. What are we doing tonight, Pinky? Oh, wait. What are we doing tonight, Brain? Oh wait, I think I can actually do my impression. Hey, Brain, what are we doing tonight? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Plan to take over the world. Yeah, I still think my Zavok impression's better. Apparently it's not as bad as I think it is. I don't think I could keep up impressions for an entire stream. Sorry, I just had a stupid idea in my head. Like, I play a game, but I'm Zavok from Sonic Lost World for some goddamn fucking reason. My brain comes up with some really weird shit sometimes, and I love it. It also comes up with some very questionable shit too, which I don't love as much. But Also, if I'm ever invited to any Sonic Racing Crossworld collabs, yeah, they would have to ban me from playing Zavok. Or making real-time fandom references. Because you know I probably will. It doesn't help that I literally have Eggman's announcement memorized more or less word for word. Because I memorize shit like that word for word, just for no apparent reason. Must be all those Eggman's announcement, but it's vocoded to X song or what's it videos I've watched. You know what I'm surprised I haven't found of that? A version of it where it's vocoded to Eggman's theme from Sonic Adventure 2. Like, you'd think it would be the most obvious pick, considering, well, it's Eggman's theme from Sonic Adventure 2. And the meme is from the real-time fandom of Sonic Adventure 2. It just kind of makes it help in the actual cutscene itself. That theme is playing in the background of it, because it's Eggman addressing the world. I am slowly losing my marbles again, but it's a Friday, what did you expect? And again, it doesn't matter what day it is, I'm always losing my goddamn marbles over something. Or in general. I don't know. At this rate, sanity is kind of a bit of a dotted line. More than anything else. But, hey ho. And my brain's gone blank. Fuck. Typical. Oh, I might as well go over the rest of the schedule if I can find the doobly. There it is. So yeah, we started up a new playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That will hopefully go for more than just one stream this time. And tomorrow, guess what time is it? It is time for Saturday grinding. So, last week for Saturday grinding, it was Monster Hunter. So this week, we flip back to Warframe. Especially because I have legitimate reason to actually grind on Warframe. Because I want to try and grind up some of the important mods and madoublies we're going to need if I'm going to actually even think about remotely making a dent in Steel Path. And that is the schedule for the rest of the week. Yeah, I'm actually just trying to think of what bits and bobs in Warframe I would need for Steel Path. Okay, one of those is going to be the rest of the 60/60 elemental mods. All the heat ones and all the cold ones, so that's spy missions. do I really want to suffer through terrible RNG on boring our Star Trek spy mission? It might be funny because I'll probably fuck one up. Fuck it up slightly and have to improvise it. Improvise a volt or two. So you also got the corrupted mod, which involved the dragon key. And the what's it tile set? Or Kinderelic tile set. So I'm probably just, which would entail me complaining about how slow you move with the hobbled dragon key equipped. Or me being really stupid and equipping all four at once. Actually, that makes me wonder. Isn't there one that reduces your max energy in that? How the fuck does that work with Lavos? Or does it just not, cause Lavos? I know there's... I can't remember if it's one that either reduces your shields or your health. And does the health... does that one actually... If it is shields, does that actually affect Inaros or Nidus? Granted, I'd probably still be using Lavos. Cause... his 2 shoots you forward, so I think it kind of gets around the hobbled key a bit. Let's see, what other mods? Oh yes, rest of galvanized mods. Well, galvanized mods and arbitration mods. So arbitrations. They last for an hour, and when you do them, arbitration lasts. They last for an hour and then cycle to a new one. And once you've done it, you have to wait for that hourly refresh. And I just hope to God that we would end up with a defense mission one. Because they're like the best ones to do. That and maybe interception? Because they're a endless one that you can dip out at any time. So they're the perfect one for public squads. Okay, what else? Okay. Sorting out arcanes. Well, a lot of the arcanes you kinda want are ones that you get from Steel Path itself. Because that's where you get the arcane adapters for the weapons. And when you kill an acolyte, you can get the arcanes that you want. They're essentially ones that, at least for primary, they kind of replace your flat damage mods. Or bolster up your weapons in other ways. Let's see, what other ones would I want? What other bits and pieces on top of that would I want? Arcane Commissar though, because that would work great for Caravan if I can get that to max rank, because that makes it so that your summons and that have. Well, when that arcade's at max rank, your summons will have plus 20% movement. For the melee boys, it's really nice. Especially because they do a lot of damage. Well, they can do a fair chunk of damage. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Arcane Energize. Never a bad shout. Cause... Yep. That's not a bad shout. But the chances of getting any copies of those are probably next to nil. But it would still have me maybe doing Warframe 1999 content so I can get arcanes to melt down into what's it, and then you trade for what's it in for arcane packs. And I think the one you would have to go for Arcane Energize is the Eidolon one, because that's when that arcane was introduced. When arcanes were introduced in general. Would I ever engage in Eidolon hunting? Most likely not. And just because there are so many other ways to get arcanes nowadays, it's just easier to do it, to just farm them through those and then just turn them into phosphor or whatever it's called, and then use your luck on Human Lloyd's fun arcane pack bollockry or something. I think. Dang it, my brain's gone blank again. And again, I can never tell if my brain's goes blank or the pieces of my brain is moving out. Probably both. Probably neither. Know me. I don't know. But the fact that my brain is going blank so many damn times is probably a good indication that it's time to maybe start thinking about wrapping up. Because, well, and y'all probably got some plans for Friday. Well, it is a Friday. I know you folks probably got plans. But I thank you all for popping in and hanging out anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna let you all go for the evening. Or afternoon. Or even morning, depending on your time zone. But yeah, I'm gonna let you all go for the Friday or Saturday or whatever day it is for you. And as always, thank you all for popping in and hanging out for a bit. Very, very much appreciate it. I very much look forward to the next time you're able to pop in. I hope you all stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your Friday. And yeah, and I will see you tomorrow for some Warframe. Yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Make sure to, if you have any plans of like going out on town or that sort of thing tonight, make sure you stay safe. And make sure you have everything before you leave your house. Yeah. Thank you all for swinging on by the stream, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Good night, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.